Has anyone been feeling a little bit off lately? I have. So today I'm doing some cooking, cleaning, and baking to get ready for the week. Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. My name's Domino and I like making things from scratch and doing things myself. Today is going to be a weekly reset. Meal prepping for the week, and mostly it's just snack stuff that I bring to campus with me. I'll show you what one of my typical snack boxes look like. And I'm also going to be doing my weekly cleaning. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy and I hope you feel inspired to do your own weekly reset. Feels so much better once it's done. I just got back from the grocery store. Let me show you what I got. This is the produce. So I got some apples, radishes, tomatoes, carrots, and celery for my weekly snacks. Peppered salami, this is my favorite, it's so good. White cheddar and some turkey. Cream cheese, which I am going to be using for the caramel apple dip, which I love when it's fall. Sour cream for the dip that I always make, which is a secret dip. I can't tell you guys the recipe because it's a secret family dip. So that's what I got. I'm going to quickly put that all away. Please do not judge the state of my fridge. I think I'm going to separate these into two different pouches so that I don't have to defrost all of it at once. I think we're also gonna make beets today. We're gonna make beet salad today, which is also a family recipe, so sorry, but you guys can see the process. I love when he sits at the window. What are you looking at, Booby? What? You see some birds? Let's first get the beets boiling. Now, our beet tops do look a little sad, but the beets are fine. These are just gonna boil for a while now. Time to start the pumpkin bread. The oven is preheating, and as always, I will put the recipe in the description. And I did it again. Smells like beets in here. Let's do these dishes and then get on to snack prep. Now, my snacks do consist mostly of fruits and vegetables. There's not a lot of cooking, but I like doing it in advance so I don't have to do it the morning of. Honestly, this is a little bit silly, but I like to cut my carrots into very small pieces because a lot of the time when I'm eating my snacks, it's pretty quiet in the physics building, so I don't like having to chomp on carrots, so I cut them pretty small. But anyway, also shout out Ashlyn. Ashlyn always eats my leftover carrots. She loves carrots. She's probably gonna be watching this, hopefully. Let's see if she sees it. So I usually cut them in half, and then in quarters, and then in half again. These are huge radishes. I'm very excited. I hope that they're not tasteless though. No, they're actually pretty good. I have songs stuck in my head right now. It's funny, there's actually simultaneously 3 Leonard Cohen songs stuck in my head right now. My dad used to be a history professor, and he would play Leonard Cohen on the first day of class, and the other professors would be like, what is going on? And I just love that. I love that. Okay, we're done with our radishes. I am going to cut up the rest of the celery and take a break to listen to Leonard Cohen. I finished cutting my celery, listened to my Leonard Cohen songs. Now I want to listen to Woody Guthrie because I always want to listen to Woody Guthrie. Anyway, here's the celery. Now it is time to prep the apples and listen to Woody Guthrie, naturally. One way to keep your apples not brown is to put them in a solution of 2 cups of water and a quarter cup, that would be insane, a quarter teaspoon of salt, but I'm going to double it. Dad, if you're watching this, I'm not cutting towards my fingers. I don't know what you're talking about. I like to cut the apples pretty thinly. These are just gonna soak for a couple minutes. The beets have been boiling for about 2 hours and they're pretty soft, so I'm gonna take them out of the water and let them cool down before we cut them up. Just look how easy it is to peel the beets after you boil them. I love beets. Look how beautiful that is. This is a very nostalgic dish for me because I have been eating this since I was very little. It looks like a crime took place. Let's get going on the meats and cheese. I just cut it into cubes. Last thing we're gonna make for our lunchbox is the caramel apple dip, and I will put the recipe in the description. I accidentally just dropped my phone in the sink and it's also dying, but now I have water in my port and I can't charge my phone, so I am going to make the caramel apple dip off camera. Then I will show you how it turns out, and don't worry because you'll probably see me make that eventually. Okay, now let's cut up the pumpkin bread and pack a snack for tomorrow. There we go. Oh. I have some of that caramel dip in here, and I always put this in the bottom with the apples. This is where I put the veggies. I also always bring tomatoes. Those don't need to be cut, so I didn't prep those. I have my dip, my secret dip in here, which I put in there. I put my cheese and salami in the bottom of this. I like the sesame sticks. And that is it for our snack box. But of course, we can't forget about the pumpkin bread. Okay, and now on to the cleaning half of this video. I always start with wiping down the counters and cleaning the kitchen and cleaning the bathroom, and then I vacuum just in case like there's any crumbs on the counter that I brush off. This is just dish soap and water, by the way. You guys might be watching this and being like, why don't you have any other cleaners? Why do you only use dish soap? And I do use other cleaners on certain things, but for the most part, I use dish soap and water because I just feel like it limits the amount of chemicals I'm exposed to. Now, I know that there's a lot of chemicals in dish soap, don't get me wrong, but what is the point if dish soap can do everything of using other chemicals, if you ask me? Dish soap actually works shockingly well on mirrors. No streaks. Honestly, it's been a couple weeks since I cleaned the shower last. I've had midterms, okay? But we're cleaning it today, so. For the first time today, not dish soap. It gets so dusty in this apartment. Going to empty the trash and then put everything on top of the toilet that is on the floor so that I can vacuum in here. But first, I'm gonna wipe down the desk. This next part involves cardboard, and I hate cardboard. I have weird sensory issues, but anyway, I'm gonna unpack this box and put everything away before I vacuum. Time to fix the couch. I usually also wash my sheets once a week and also do my laundry, but I did not put that in this video because if the washing machine was running, you would be able to hear it in the video, and my washing machine also takes like all day, so I thought I'd spare you guys. Last thing is to mop, and I have a reusable mop head, which of course I use dish soap on. If any dish soap companies want to sponsor me, let me know. I'd be more than happy. That is all for today's video, thankfully, because I am so tired. Thank you so much for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed the video.